Welcome back to Calico Cow Acres. It is an absolutely gorgeous morning here in western North Carolina. It's mid-September right now. I'm standing with my sunflowers and we're gonna do a little bit of harvesting this morning. I have been trying to get up a little bit earlier the last few days and to give myself a couple hours before I start work to do other homestead chores because I have been working on drywall pretty much non-stop for the last 2 weeks and everything else has kind of been neglected. I really have not been out to the garden much at all lately, which is a bummer, but I'm happy to be getting the house things done. However, stuff still needs to get harvested, so I've been trying to pick a few things here and there in the mornings as they're ripening, and today I'm gonna try, I only have like a half hour, I'm gonna try and pick at least the cobs of popcorn that I've got here because they're all dried up for the most part. Picked one of the glass gem yesterday and it's beautiful and I just want to get them picked. We haven't had rain in quite some time, so everything's really dry. I've been watering it by hand and with the sprinkler, but I actually broke the sprinkler yesterday. But we are supposed to be getting remnants of the hurricane, I think it's Francine, today or tomorrow it's supposed to start, and it's going to be raining for like over the next week. And honestly, I'm very excited about it. The temperatures look super mild. I'm ready for the heat to be done for the year. My body is over it and I would love to be able to come outside and work once our house projects for this month are finished. So I want to try and get the corn harvested because it is dried out. I don't want it to get rained on for the next week and get all moldy and whatnot. And I don't know if I'm going to have time, but I am going to try at least, I'm not going to do it right now, but I am going to also try to harvest some of the stalks to use as decor. Maybe I'll make a wreath out of it, out of the leaves and stuff for the front door or something later this month once the drywall is done. Definitely not perfect. There are a lot of earwigs in here. I probably could have picked it a little bit sooner. Some of it wasn't ready yet though. And we've got a good range of colors. There's a lot of blues in here, like the purpley periwinkle color. You can tell that the earwigs have been nibbling on these. But I'm okay with it. This is a good little first harvest of corn. I just did a little patch this year. Some of it's still in there because it wasn't quite dried. And just save the seed. We'll probably make a batch of popcorn at least with this just for fun to try it, and then we'll save the seed to replant next year, which is what we did. We found a cob of this, a little cob, it was like this big, earlier this spring when Taylor was tilling up our last year's corn patch to prep it for this year. and we saved those. I pulled them all off of the cob, and then I got them planted in this spot, and that's what all of these are from. So we'll just keep saving this seed because it is really pretty. This one's mostly blue, purpley blue. They're so pretty. All right, that was my cue. I need to go in and get to work for the day, but I will catch up with you guys later tonight. I'm gonna be making peach salsa to get canned up for the year. So I'm sorry if the quality isn't as good. I am working on doing a whole bunch of food preservation in the living room today while Taylor is in the kitchen working on putting our wall back together and doing some sanding. I had a 35-pound box of tomatoes and I jarred up 12 pints of those, which is my canning goal for those for the year. I'll probably make some salsa with the rest of these or with some of these, and then I will just dice up the rest as well. The next thing I'm making is peach salsa. I am gonna start by just blending up some pitted peaches. I left the skins on, but you can take them off if you want to. Definitely not the ideal canning setup, but it works. Pour this into a bowl for now.
It's been a while since I left. Nobody knows where I went, but I think I found my place.
And I'm crying. That was a strong. Woo, those were strong onions. I just have them in there, and then I'm gonna cut up some peppers real quick and add those to it.
Don't worry, I'm doing just fine out in the islands where the time goes a little more my pace.
I've got some of these little bell peppers. There's a little poblano in there, some lunchbox peppers, and some gypsy bells.
I've been floating coast to coast.
I'm walking outside to the garden because I need to pick some cilantro. What do you know? We've got some actual cilantro in our garden now that the heat has started to die down a little bit. It should be enough. Just pop the cilantro right in there. All right, I'm gonna add a little lime juice, a splash of white vinegar, and I'm gonna do a drizzle of honey in there just to counteract the vinegar flavor. Sometimes I'll add like cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, all the things to this, but I'm gonna taste this. I'm gonna blend this up, then add it to the peaches, taste it all together and see if I want to add anything else. I'm kind of feeling like I don't want to, but we'll just see. Go back over here to our fancy schmancy little blender station. Back on the blender, look at that. That's delicious. Hey babe.
Yeah.
Could you come taste this peach salsa for me? I have a chippy for you.
It smells like salsa. Thank you.
I want
a Chipotle chip.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do you want me to add anything to it? Do you want cumin, chili powder, more lime, more vinegar, smoked paprika, anything like that?
Maybe a little chili and a little smoked paprika.
Okay, each of those. Oops.
Bahamas to Puerto Rico. It don't matter if I'm lost because I know when I'm with you I'm home. When I'm with you I'm home. Just riding waves cause I know no matter where the tide goes, the sun is on my face.
This is something that we will use to snack on. One of my favorite ways to use it is to put a pork loin in the slow cooker, the crock pot, and dump some of this on top of it and then use it for tacos. That's usually how I use this stuff. That's why I don't need like tons and tons of it, but it is still nice to have around. We got 8 jars of it and that will be perfect for doing tacos. I don't know if it'll last the whole year. We still have a little bit left from last year, so I'm not really worried about it lasting the full year. Hopefully it does. It should. My camera is acting really weird right now, so I'm sorry if this looks odd, but I am going to deal with some green, these are not green peppers, they're not pickles either, they're cucumbers. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I am going to get these washed up and sliced, get some ice on them and some pickling salt and get them ready for making pickles tomorrow. And then I think I'm just gonna get that done tonight and then push pause on Operation Renovation Food Preservation and then go back to the renovation part of that and do some more drywall.